I am back again with another video. Today I want to share with you my top 10 most worn cheap fragrances in the collection. If you're first time here, my name is Mehdi. I am talking about fragrances and related stuff. If you don't want to lose my new uploads, I upload frequently. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoy my videos, I hope you do, thumbs up. Let's see the fragrances. I want to start my list by CK Into Hair at 10 spot. You know I don't care about classifications. This is for women fragrance, but to my nose is perfectly unisex and one of the most unique smelling fragrances in entire my collection. In cheapies, expensive fragrances, in all collection, one of the most unique smelling fragrances because of two notes. First, black currant or grape tree leaves. Man, look at this, very green, very fresh, slightly sour. And second, cactus note. If you have a sniffed cactus and grape leaves, you can immediately catch that vibe. Very similar vibe. I am sure you have sniffed these notes, but you haven't sniffed in any fragrances. That cactus and grape leaves plus citruses and a slightly sweetness at the background, like fruity sweetness, not that much synthetic sweetness. Very delicious, green, citrusy type of fragrance. By average performance is also good, 5-6 hours. Projection is also average. Very unique, green, spring smelling in the bottle. CK Into Hair. Let's continue by Rochas Moustache at number 9 spot, 2019 release. It is not vintage one. Man, this fragrance is very beautiful. This is rose based fragrance, nothing about vintage one. This is rose based fragrance, rosy, resiny and slightly sweet, like pink pepper and benzoin gives to this fragrance earthiness, dustiness. Rose gives to this fragrance floral vibe, and that vanilla gives to this fragrance sweetness. It is like candied rose somehow. You can check out my full review on this fragrance. It is eau de parfum concentration. Performance is okay, not that long lasting, not that poor. 6 maximum 7 hours. It is good. By average projection and sillage. Smells absolutely dressed up, but in the a bit sexy side of dressed up, like dressed up for date nights. Very great fragrance. Rochas Moustache. Let's continue by Bentley Black Edition. You know how much I love this house and how much I love this fragrance. Bentley Black Edition is, to my nose, a polished old school fragrance. You can catch some roots in 80s and some modern vibes, like for example that pink peppery, that fuchsia, that bambooish green vibe gives to this fragrance slightly at the border of being barbershoppy and old school, and that modern vibes like incense, ambroxan, blue notes like citruses gives to this fragrance contemporary atmosphere. So I can say polished, old school, performer, complimenter. But it is all season around type of fragrance, but fall winter it is not a great complimenter. Spring summer for whatever reason turns to such a monster in terms of getting compliments and performance. Performs better, gets better compliments at spring and summer. Eau de parfum concentration, performance is 10-12 hours plus on my skin for spring and summer. At fall winter 5-6 hours. Great performer, great complimenter. Smells way more expensive compared to the price, 30 bucks, but at least it smells easily 100 bucks. A bit in the niche side also, somehow reminds me of, there is some vibes like Coronary Racism Privé and Mansara Windwood. That pink peppery vibe, that resiny vibe is very beautiful. Very beautiful, manly, sexy, modern smelling fragrance. Black Edition. Next fragrance is Davidoff Cool Water Intense. To my nose, it smells creamy, slightly citrusy, sandalwoody, creamy, and at the background I can get some florals like heliotrope. It is not a unique fragrance, but also very difficult to remember which fragrance was like this one. I can get some vibes like Abercrombie & Fitch, First Instinct Blue, some vibes like Le Male in the Navy, and that floral note, which I think it is heliotrope, smells like Versace Darage Perfume version. Some vibes than that one also. In terms of performance, this is okay, not that long lasting, not that bad, 6-7 hours on my skin, but projection is terrible. You can get half an hour, something like projection, maybe 20 centimeters something, but after that will be skin scent, strong skin scent, and at all doesn't project this fragrance. What can I say? 7 hours good on your skin. This is good, this is okay. If you want just only have some fragrances on your skin, if you don't care about scent of the day at that day, if you're lazy, you just want to grab some fragrances, then your display and apply it, it is okay. It's not complimenting there, not unique, just you're gonna smell okay. By Davidoff Cool Water Intense. Let's continue by a little bit old fragrance, a little bit, not that much, from House of Issey Miyake, L'Eau d'Issey Prom. So this fragrance is very complex, floral, fruity, citrusy, woody type of fragrance, aquatic. I don't want to count down all of the florals woods, but in the brief, I can say this fragrance is slightly herbal floral, not that bright white florals, a bit like marigoldy somehow. Man, bitter floral, not bright that much. Imagine some cypressy vibe, some green vibe like cypress, like junipers plus citruses, and woodsy base. Very great, aquatic, slightly green, citrusy smelling fragrance. By average performance, I can say good 5 hours, okay 6 hours. Average projection is not that big, it is soft projector. Average performer in terms of getting compliments, okay. Ladies like this fragrance, but they don't love it, I have to say. Very great, clean, citrusy, fresh smelling fragrance for spring and summer. L'Eau d'Issey Prom. Let's continue by a very great, delicious fragrance at number 5 spot, Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo Casual Life. It is important for me and I really enjoy it because very difficult to find gourmand, edible, mouth-watering smelling fragrances for spring and summer. Mostly that gourmand or sickly gourmand smelling fragrances are great for fall and winter, but this one is great gourmand smelling fragrance for spring and summer. That scent profile is more for spring and summer. This is more a bit airy, a bit citrusy and edible, I can say. So great sprayer. Man, this one is very beautiful. Coffee is dry, sexy, delicious, like coffee powder on tiramisu. After that you can get some slightly mintiness and citruses. Citruses are bigger compared to the mint. That gives to this fragrance that mint freshness, aquaticness. And then cardamom gives to this fragrance a bit oriental atmosphere and spicy. All the lady pleaser notes are here in the same bottle. Citruses, coffee, tonka, vanilla and cardamom. Edible, sexy, by such a beautiful modern vibe because of ambroxan, more woodsy dried on. Coffee and ambroxan work very great in this fragrance together. I like ambroxan leather pepper combo so much, but I didn't know that coffee and ambroxan also can work that much great. Very great, I like it. Performance is average, 5-6 hours. Projection is good, I can say, for 1 hour. After that will be poor, not a strong skin scent, poor, okay. But it is great for this price, 35 bucks for 100 ml. Very lady pleaser, cheapy. Let's continue by one of my cheapest fragrances in the collection at 4 spot, and one of the most expensive smelling fragrances as well, Cuba Gold. 9 bucks for 100 ml. It's nothing for this masterpiece. Man, look at this. It smells herbal, earthy, done. Slightly citruses at the top, slightly drops of freshness. Mostly freshness comes from here, from lavender, from that vetiver, from plants rather than the fruits like citruses. So 1 drop of citruses, and also I can get some amber here. Man, look at this. It is musty, dusty, earthy, soily, plus some fresh greeny vibes. Very complex, very manly smelling, in the same time still modern, still complimenting there. Lady pleaser to the moon. Smells like Lemal and somehow Amouage Reflection, and mostly 70% Lemal, 10% some mutual vibes by Amouage Reflection. Man, very complex, very manly smelling type of fragrance. I really like it. By this price, by this scent profile, I don't think so you can find anything better than Cuba Gold by 10 bucks. I'm thinking. I don't think so you can find anything better. If you know, let me know it in the comments below. By 10 bucks, 8 bucks, any fragrance that can smell as complex, as beautiful as this one. Next fragrance is from House of Armaf. Italiano Nero Uomo. You can check out my full review on this fragrance. At number 3 spot. At the opening, this fragrance smells exactly like pineapple juice. Packaged fruit juice, really edible, drinkable pineapple. Exactly same, but I haven't seen any pineapple in the note breakdowns. It's pineapple-y, citrusy, slightly milky, creamy, by such a woody, great dried on. The thing that I really like in this fragrance is long time opening. It is not a linear fragrance, will change by time, more woodsier, darker, but that opening will stay even on your skin long time. I can say this fragrance starts to change, it starts to turn after 2 hours. So this is long time opening. That opening is also very juicy and lady pleaser. Also I can catch some great compliments at the dried on. Dried on is mostly complimented from guys, opening is from ladies. Very great, dark and fresh, fruity fragrance. Copy of Colognes Black Excess by Paco Rabanne, but in terms of performance, way better compared to that one. 10-12 hours, very long lasting beast for summer and spring. Arm of Italiano Nero Uomo. Let's continue by one of my most favorite cheap houses, house of Bentley Momentum Intense Eau de Parfum. Man, this fragrance is very beautiful. Oh, it is resiny, it is green, oriental, grassy, sweet. Can I say to this fragrance fresh? Yes, because it is green, and green fragrances are under category of fresh groups. So it is fresh, green, slightly dark or more darker at the dried on. Reminds me of CH Man by Karen Herrera, but on a steroid version of that fragrance. This one lasts on my skin good 6 hours. Karen Herrera CH Man by new formulation, 1 hour. Projects good for first 1.5-2 hours. Good projection, not loud big, but projects. You're gonna get noticed by this one, but by CH Man you can get maximum 20 minutes projection. Also at the late dry on, after 5 hours, this fragrance turns a bit again, goes to another direction, like Bulgari Black, not Many Black, Bulgari Black or Prada Luna Rosa Black, in that genre, turns to that genre, that atmosphere, to that direction a bit. You're gonna get that DNA also, 5%, but 95% similar to CH Man by Karen Herrera. Complimenting factor is good. It is not a magnet like Dior Sauvage, for example, but it is as great as CH Man. You're gonna get compliments, especially from mature ladies, smells dressed up, and very great fragrance for close encounters and date situations. You're gonna smell very manly, in the same time very sexy. At the top of the list, at number 1 spot, still I love it, still my most worn fragrance in entire collection. My most worn cheap fragrance, Arm of Club de Nuit Intense Man. What can I say? Honestly, it is my most worn cheap fragrance. Man, look at this beautiful smoke note. Tons of compliments by this fragrance, still great. Some of the batches of 2019, like March batches, are not that great, but October batches, still 8 hours plus. You're gonna get noticed. Even bad batches are still good, I believe. Even bad batches are good. That smoke is very manly and complimentary. You can catch that smoke in all batches. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. I really enjoy to spend time with you. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know in the comments below. Stay safe. See you in another video.